Today, for our curriculum review, I'm going to do a video instead of a blog post. So I'm going to switch the camera off of me and onto the books. Okay, we use Simply Charlotte Mason, Each Year for History, by Sonia Schaefer, and we absolutely love it. I'm going to flip to the back and show you. There are 6 years worth. In here you can use any grade you want, so this one book isn't for a specific grade. This one book is for this material, and it tells you how to use the material for each grade. So since there's 6 years, it was really nice that I found it at the beginning of 7th grade, because we can do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th grade for each of the years. This is great. So we did Genesis through Deuteronomy and learned about ancient Egypt. We just finished Joshua through Malachi and learned about ancient Greece. And then this year we're going to do Matthew through Acts, and we're going to learn about ancient Rome. So let me tell you about this curriculum. You'll see that we read the Bible for 2 days. On the 3rd day we do geography and history, and then we do 2 more history days. Each year is a little different. I think the last few years we had 3 Bible days, 1 history and 1 geography and history. Each year they focus on 1 continent to learn the geography and history for. We're going to do, because of our geography class that we're taking, the high school geography class, we're going to kind of focus on all of them, but I believe this year's would be Europe. So there's no fun way to do this for Kara because she hates geography, so we use puzzles. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Yep. So I actually went, I think it was on Amazon, and bought every single continent's puzzle. Kara likes learning geography much better this way, so I just kind of let her put it together like a bunch of times, once a week for months. And then I start covering the names of certain countries. And she still puts the puzzle together without the names of the countries there for her. So by the end, all the names are covered, and she's still putting the puzzle together. So then at the very end of the semester, I give her a blank piece of paper, and she has to not only put the countries on, the names of the countries on where they are, but she has to know what the names are. Like, she doesn't have a list of all the countries in Europe over here on the side that she can just match. Like, she has to know them. So giving her a whole school year is plenty. It's unfortunate that she doesn't like it very much though. So back to our book. They list here all the books we're going to use. I'll show you kind of everything I already bought. Alright, so they have each term, which is 60 lessons at a glance, and as you can see, we do all this as a family. Then in grades 1 through 3, this is what you would do. And you see empty boxes because what you do as a family is enough for those little guys. Then when you get to 4th through 6th grade, you do some more. And this is the category we're going to be in. We're going to be grades 7 through 9. So you can see the first book we're going to read is The Bronze Bow. So I went ahead and bought that. Thank goodness for thrift books. I love them. It's just a few dollars. Okay. I also want to talk about the Roman study. This is going to be really cool. It's called Foundations in Romans, and she's going to grades 7 through 12, also written by the same lady. She's going to go through the book of Romans, which has 16 chapters. We're going to learn, first we're going to read through the chapter and talk about chapter themes, and then we're going to go paragraph by paragraph. So this is the first paragraph in Romans 1, verses 1 through 7. You can see at the beginning she filled in the answers, and then it turns later into Kara would do all the answers. So first we talk about the main idea of just verses 1 through 7. We talk about words that we don't know, words that are important. We rewrite the paragraph in our own words. Alright, so at the end of the chapter, we look at the chapter as a whole. We do a quick outline. We look at commentary, and we talk about how this affects us. There are answers in the back for me as a teacher in case I don't go through and do all this with her, just so I can help her along if she's stuck or can't think of anything. So anyway, these are the answers. But this book is amazing. Kind of recommend it for grown-ups too. You can find it on www.simplycharlottemason.com, which is where I bought this stuff. Again, it's by the same lady, Sonia Schaefer. So this is going to be cool. So every day, at the beginning of the day, we're going to do Romans. Last year was Proverbs. Geography, I told you we're going to do the puzzle instead of this book. And history, talking about story of the Romans. So for history, we'll learn about the Romans. Ancient Rome is what we're going to learn about. We're going to use this book as our textbook. History textbooks are the worst. So we love this method. And so she's going to read this would be her assignment for the day, to start here. And she'd read to like here, and that's it for the day. They really want to keep it short and sweet. You can see there's not a whole lot of pictures. If they do have pictures, they're black and white. But she's reading like a page or two a day. And this feels just right for Kara. You can see it's written like in paragraph form. We don't have tests. We don't have section reviews. It's more about reading and just learning what you learn, whatever sticks. So this is our history. So when we finish the bronze bow, Beric the Briton, story of the Roman invasion. For the temple, a tale of the fall of Jerusalem. And then when we're done with that, we're going to do Peril and Peace, Volume 1, Chronicles of the Ancient Church. At the end of each term, there are 5 options for essays. Okay, so what I like to do is I'd like Kara to do all of those. I want her to do those out loud with me. I want to make sure that she learned that term. And then one of them, she gets to pick whichever one she wants. I want her to write a really awesome essay about. So that's kind of how I test her on this material. This way of learning appeals to Kara so much more than studying and tests and all that. This is how the material stays in her brain better. So one last thing I want to show you. It's just what it looks like, then and now Bible maps. The Holy Land in Old Testament years. We're talking about 1300 BC, the 12 tribes. Then, if we want to look at what changed in 1020 BC, we can see how this kingdom was united, and this is what it looks like now, what the modern is. Paul's journey, then and now. So here's then. Awesome. So these are all of our books, including the puzzle. Oh, one more. I bought this at the beginning. This is the Children's Story Bible, and this is the Bible written in story form. Some things like Numbers, that can be a little dry. So when they take the whole chapter, the whole Numbers 16, 17, and 20 and put it in one story that starts here and keeps going and stops there, this is more palatable sometimes. For some reason last year, Kara was against this. She really wanted the Bible itself, which she could have been offended because it used the word child, or she could be just her personality is to get something straight from the source. She prefers the Bible itself. So I put a little tab here in case we want to read a little bit of the New Testament. In here, we can flip right to it, and we can read from here. So this is another great reference, which I'll keep forever, and hopefully one day read to my grandchildren. So we absolutely love Simply Charlotte Mason for history. This gives her 1/2 literature credit, and it gives her 1/2 history credit, but it's heavy on reading. So I hope you like this video version. This was kind of fun. It's faster than typing it all out on the blog. So gold star if you hung in this long. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.